Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve. That's what we mean by treating you like family.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Find that new Chevy truck or SUV you've been searching for right here at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg. With over 100 new Chevys in stock, you have options. We have the Silverados, Equinoxes, and more to meet your needs. And we are not selling over MSRP. Get power and fuel efficiency with the all-new Silverado 1500 LTD, space and savings on a new Equinox. And that's not all. Every new Chevrolet has a lifetime powertrain warranty. And did we mention we are not selling over MSRP? Find new roads at CMAChevroletofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
If you need to, run over there and try to help them. Good evening, everyone, as we welcome you out to Jefferson High School here on the pregame show as we get you set for Jefferson and Musselman, the Cougars, coming in at 4-3 while the Applemen sit at 2-5. I'm Nick Verzolini. Alongside me is Colin McLaughlin. Our crew tonight, we have Spencer Dupuis back in the studio. Our cameraman, Gerald Wright, along with Braden Schaffner and Dylan Bishop. Colin, Jefferson dominated the Eastern Panhandle a year ago. The one school that was able to compete with the Cougars was the Musselman Applemen, but this is a completely different Musselman team. It's a slightly different Jefferson team. So all that happened last year really doesn't mean too much, but it is a team that usually plays Jefferson pretty tough.
Yeah, it's a cross-county rivalry. They're in the same section, so they were able to be matched up 3 times last year, twice in the regular season, and then one more time in the postseason. And it was Jefferson that got the win all 3 times. They're now on a 4-game win streak over Musselman. But as you said, even as dominant as Jefferson was last year. 23 straight wins, making it to the state tournament before eventually losing. Musselman never backed down from the challenge. They even took it to overtime at one point, I believe, if I remember correctly, when it was at Musselman last year, and still ended up losing. So hopefully tonight we get to see another scrappy battle between these two rivals and go from there.
Yeah, it's a Musselman team that is replacing a lot of seniors. They've seen, though, great production from Matt Mahood. The question, Colin, if they want to start winning, they got a 30-point win last night over Broadford and Christian Academy, but if they want to start winning games in the EPAC, who can step up around Mahood? They also have the Gordon brothers who have shown signs, but consistency from those other scorers is really going to be important, I think, for Musselman moving forward.
Yeah, we've truly yet to see them really put it all together, right? We mentioned at the start of this year, because of how many seniors they had graduating last year, that this is a whole new team that didn't really have any chemistry. Now that chemistry, we expect, because of conference play, should be there in some sort of way, and it's still somewhat lacking. As you said, Mahood has stepped up sometimes here and there. Shelton has stepped up here and there. We got to see even one game where McLean was, and then, of course, the Gordons. But for them to truly compete in a very tough Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference, you need all those guys to be in double figures each and every night, and we've yet to see that. And on Jefferson, it's the complete opposite story.
Yeah, you have four guys that returned that had significant minutes a season ago. Jaden Gladney, along with Jenkins and the Shively brothers. So you return a lot of experience, and we've seen different guys step up for them at times. Will Shively's been, kind of consistent. Jenkins has been great this year, leading the team in points per game as a sophomore with 20 points per game heading in. And then we saw against Martinsburg the last time we were here, Wyatt Shively go for 22 points. He's averaging about 6 points per game. So you have a lot of different guys that can go off on any given night. But somehow this Jefferson team's sitting at 4-3, and a lot of that has to do with the strength of schedule. This team's played a very tough schedule where they've really challenged themselves. But also I think at times they've just kind of underperformed in a few games early, I'd say. Martinsburg hung around there a lot longer than we thought they would.
They were up at halftime.
Yeah, they were up at halftime. And, they let that one slip in the tournament. The Skip Fowler Memorial Classic, they let that game slip there at the end. So they're 4-3, but they could be a little bit better than that. And it's still a very talented team led by head coach Richard Lewis.
Yeah, when you look at this team, as you just said, 4-3, but the three losses are to teams that nobody around here potentially would actually be able to beat. I mean, the one maybe would be Gainesville, right? That one was a buzzer beater. Jefferson had that one, and it was just a miracle shot that was made, and if that didn't happen, they'd be 5-2. And then the other two losses, Morgantown, a team that only has one loss this year. I've said time and time again, I think they're going to be state champions for a second straight year. That team, even though they have one loss, still seems unstoppable in my opinion. And then the third loss for Jefferson is last week on Friday against St. Maria Goretti, a private school that boys basketball is one of the sports that they really focus on, that and baseball as well. And when they're able to recruit guys from all around the country and try to be an elite program nationwide, not just locally, that's a tough matchup that they still were able to compete in and weren't blown out in.
All right, as the JV game concludes, this is the Sunset Water countdown to tip-off. Sunset Water Services have been proudly installing water softeners in Martinsburg and Berkeley County since 1989. We'll take our first 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
We welcome you back to the Cougar Cage here at Jefferson High School. Nick Verzlini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin here on the countdown to tip-off. Brought to you by Sunset Water Services, but we'll get into our coaches' interviews, which are brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's fast, fresh, friendly. We'll start with the head coach of the Musselman Applemen, Derek Basile. Now joined by the head coach of the Musselman Applemen, Derek Basile. Coach, your team coming off of a win last night against Broad Fording. What did you take away from the victory?
I thought it was a good team win. I mean, I think we needed it. We've been struggling a little bit. So guys got out in the transition and got some easy baskets, got a little confidence. We were able to rest some guys toward the end. We got a nice lead. So we did what we needed to do last night for sure. Back-to-back games now for you, heading into Jefferson, a team that dominated the EPAC last year. They're off to an up-and-down start for them, but they played some good teams. And you guys were the most competitive team with them last year, but it's a brand-new team for you guys. So what are you kind of telling the guys tonight heading into this one? Well, we really have to compete. I mean, Jefferson really competes hard. They go at it hard on defense. They go to the boards hard. So we have to compete on both ends. I mean, we have to be good with the ball. We have to be steady. We can't have a bunch of live ball turnovers against a team like this. So it's a big challenge for us coming off a back-to-back, and we'll have to. It's a good opportunity. We have to seize that opportunity tonight. And having so many guys that you lost from last year's team, one guy that returned that didn't get a ton of minutes but he's played really well for you is Matt Mahood. What have you seen from his progress so far this year? Well, I think he's been our go-to guy on the offensive end. We need to keep putting him in situations where we can get him the ball. He's done a nice job. He's really our really only consistent scorer right now. So we need to get some other guys to kind of join him, but he's played well. What stands out to you about this year's Jefferson team? I just think they shoot the ball a lot. They shoot a lot of threes. They did last year. They shoot the ball really well. And they have different guys that can make shots on different nights. If one guy's not making shots, they have other guys that can step in there and make some shots. So they're a difficult guard, and we know that. We have to defend their shooting, get our hands up on the shots. We have to rebound the basketball. And who are some guys that you're looking for tonight to kind of step up around Matt to provide a little bit more offense for you? I think we really need everybody. Jason Gordon has to play well. Our guards have to be steady. They have to distribute the ball to guys. We used Jacob Gordon last night in the game, and he's kind of a calming presence out there. We need him to do that, facilitate the ball to some guys. So we're gonna really need a group effort tonight. All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck tonight. Thank you, guys. Now joined by the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, Richard Lewis. Coach, your team comes into tonight's game against Musselman 4-3, loss against St. Maria Goretti last time out. What did you kind of learn about your team from that game?
Just we competed against a high-level team. Had a chance at the end. About 4 minutes left. That was a 1-point game, but we just didn't execute down the stretch. But we learned a lot. Going against a tough team like that, competing, came out and played really well. I thought for pretty much the whole game. Just didn't get it done at the end.
Jamani Jenkins has led you guys in scoring so far this year at 20 points per game as a sophomore. He showed great stuff last year, but he's really starting to come on the last couple of games.
Yeah, he's definitely showing a lot more scoring ability than he did last year. We had some other guys scoring last year, so he's stepping up and doing whatever the team needs right now. So the other game he needed to score a little more. Some games he needs to defend. Some games he needs to have assists. So it's just whatever we need from him as a whole, he'll give it to us.
Musselman tonight, completely different team from last year, but they were the team that really challenged you the most in the EPAC last year. So what are you looking forward to about tonight's matchup?
I know they have a young team, but definitely going to be well coached, and they're going to execute on both ends. I'm looking for them to give us a really tough game. I know they're going to play the best game of the year probably against us. So we're just looking for a tough game. We have to execute on both ends of the floor, especially defensively. We have to continue to get better throughout the year.
Matt Mahood's been their kind of leading scorer so far. What kind of stands out to you about his game?
He's 6'3", 6'4". He played varsity a little bit last year and JV. So we're familiar with him. He can shoot it from the outside. He can rebound. Really good player.
What would be some keys for you guys to get the win?
Just play our game. Make sure we pressure defensively. Try to get them in a full court game and shoot the ball well.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck tonight. As that does it for our coaches' interviews, we will take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll continue to break down this matchup. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome you back to Jefferson High School. About just over 11 minutes until we get ready for the national anthem. Colin, big game here tonight. We got some other games going on around the area as well, but this was a matchup that a year ago was the closest. How do you think Musselman, though, with this new look team, where do you think they can, take advantage of some things against a pretty good Jefferson team that we know has a lot that returns?
Musselman needs to have its best shooting night of the season if they want to be able to compete with the intensity and the up-paced tempo that Jefferson's going to be in control with. And bring it all parts of the game tonight. Jefferson, they have to do fine on the three-pointer, right? Focus in beyond the arc. If they're able to knock down those shots, they will easily have control, and it should be a rout against Musselman. And if not, it's kind of a pick-your-poison situation for the Cougars. If they can't make the outside shots, then typically we see the Shively brothers get the second chances down low and are able to put it back up and in. Musselman, it's still a scrappy team. It's still a young team that has to get it all together before we can maybe see some upsets later on down the road or some closer games down the road in the EPAC. Hopefully come February when Troy Wollaston is healthy, maybe we get to see him and really make an impact for this team. But right now, Musselman's just not there yet when it comes to the EPAC, especially with teams like Jefferson, Hedgesville, and Spring Mills that they have to go through.
Yeah, and we got some other games going on here tonight. Washington is traveling to Spring Mills. Martinsburg heads to Hampshire. And on the girls' side, Hampshire is at Martinsburg. So some interesting EPAC games. I think that Washington-Spring Mills game is very similar to the matchup we have here tonight, where Washington is obviously trying to prove something against one of the top teams in the EPAC and Spring Mills.
And before I get to that, as those watching on TV 10 or WRNR TV on YouTube can see right now, Troy Wollaston, even though he's not dressed, he's out there right now with a ball in his hands, practicing his ball handling skills, trying to stay, obviously, in game shape for when the time comes that he is cleared to go. He can be an immediate impact for this team. But Spring Mills, Washington, the other boys game that we get to see today. Spring Mills, believe again, as we mentioned earlier this afternoon on the Sports Mix, still without Keyshawn Cheek after the technicals and the suspension that caused him to be out 2 games. He was out against Martinsburg. He'll be out against Washington. They still got guys that if they can stay out of foul trouble, I think should easily beat Washington, even though Washington has improved slightly from last year. But I think Spring Mills has improved more last year, and they were still the better team last year than they were over Washington. So I think Spring Mills gets the win in that one too.
And Martinsburg heads to Hampshire tonight as well. And then on the girls' side, Hampshire comes to the field house. But for the Bulldogs, I mean, we would expect them to go on the road and get that win. But certainly nothing's easy for that young team. All right, Colin, you kind of touched on it, but if there's anything else you want to add to it, let's get into your keys to the game, brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company. The key to your next car is at the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer Dupuy, our producer tonight, rides with them, so you should too.
I'll start with Musselman. I kind of mentioned it, as you said earlier. You got to have a full team performance. You need guys that aren't your typical starting 5 to really step up and bring depth to this team, because on the other side, Jefferson has a lot of depth. We're going to see 8-9 guys that really circulate throughout this Jefferson team, and all of them can get into the score column or get the ball fed to their key role players like Jenkins, like Will Shively, like Jaden Gladney, to really make an impact for Jefferson. And it's a pick your poison against the Cougars. Do you want to make them try to beat you on the perimeter, or do you want a physical game down low where you're battling it out in the paint, trying to knock around the Shively brothers?
I think for Musselman, it probably is better if they're playing the more physical game. They do have a little bit more size down low, and I don't know if they would win a game if it turns into a shootout where Jefferson's just making every perimeter shot.
I agree.
But let's get some players to look out for. Brought to you by Sutton and Janelle, attorneys at law, a full-service law firm helping individuals, families, and businesses with all of their legal needs. They're 224 West King Street in Martinsburg, or online at suttonandjanelle.com. Give me a player for each team, Colin.
I was thinking about going with Mahood, but we already know what Mahood can bring to the table to really be the leader for Musselman. So I'm going to go with Jason Gordon, the other senior that needs to really lead this team, match the points that Mahood can put up if Musselman wants to compete. And on the other side, we've been going with Will Shively. I'm going to switch it up. Go with Jenkins. He averages just over 20 points a game at 20.4 points per game. I expect him to have another big night tonight, too. So it'll be fun to watch him again.
Yeah, he's been really fun to watch. He's just so quick when he's out there on the floor. But let's go ahead and take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll give you the starting lineups and get you set for tip-off. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Mayhem is everywhere.
On your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Welcome you back to the Cougar Cage on the campus of Jefferson High School. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Colin McLaughlin here on the Sunset Water Countdown to tip-off as we get you set for Musselman and Jefferson boys basketball action. The Cougars coming in at 4-3, while Musselman sits at 2-5. It is a Musselman team that is completely different than a year ago, having replaced 8 seniors from last year's squad, 7 seniors from last year's team. And for Jefferson, they're replacing a few guys, but they still have 4 kind of key role players and starters that return from last year's team. So it's kind of 2 different teams. And I think early on here, Colin, we're seeing some shell drill from Jefferson. Definitely a pretty intense warm-up here. And I think that may have to do with some tough losses and not finishing some games. It seemed like the last 2 of the last 3 times Jefferson's taken the court.
Yeah, but with that, it's to really show that they want to stretch the ball out, right? They want to go 5 wide, pass the ball around, try to wear out Musselman before attacking inside, as now they switch over to some free throws, which is something that this team has really been able to rely on each time that we've got to see him, especially when it came time against the Martinsburg Bulldogs last week, really not attacking, but cashing in on those free throws was a difference maker against the Bulldogs for the Cougars.
All right, let's give you the starting lineups brought to you by the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, or call 304-263-4343. First for Musselman, it will be at guard Nathan White. Joining him in the backcourt will be number 10, Logan Shelton, along with number 11, the senior Jacob Gordon. And in the front court, number 22, Jason Gordon, along with number 32, Matt Mahood. And then for the Jefferson Cougars, it's the same starting 5 as it has been in every game we've done this season. Starting at guard, number 0, the junior, Jaden Gladney. Number 10, the sophomore, Jamari Jenkins. Number 11, the sophomore, Tayshawn Roper. And then the Shively brothers, number 20, Will Shively, the senior, and number 45, the junior, Wyatt Shively. So we will take our final break here momentarily, but Colin, we knew Musselman was kind of debating between Signs and Shelton. They end up going with Shelton, it looks like. And, we'll be Logan Shelton here tonight. So a guy we see on the football field and the basketball court, and I think he's provided some good minutes in the games we've seen.
Yeah, and I kind of agree with the call because you want to start off with a guy that has the size that Shelton has compared to Signs to be matched up down low with the two Shively brothers.
Yeah, so Musselman starters are being announced currently. The Jefferson starters are just about ready to be announced. But let's go ahead, take a 3-minute break. On the other side of that break, we will have tip-off. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. We're back in 3 minutes.
This is a public service message from Bechtel Jewelers to Chocolates, brought to you by Diamonds. Dear Chocolates, you melt. As for us, Diamonds, we melt her. Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Face it, Chocolates, yes, you're sweet. Yes, you can be hard to keep your hands off of. But if the idea is to melt her on Valentine's Day, that's what we do. She doesn't exactly fall all over herself when she sees you. Her eyes don't get all big when she sees it's a box of chocolates. She doesn't fall all over the man who hands her a box of chocolates. Am I right or am I right? But when she sees it's a little jewelry box with diamonds inside, does she get all worked up? Oh yeah. Do her eyes get big? Oh yeah. Does she start to melt right in front of the man who hands her that little box with diamonds inside? Oh yeah. Of course, all of this is said with great love. Signed, Diamonds. This public service announcement has been brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. Come see us because we melt her.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for Dollar Wings and Monday Night Football, Thursdays on the patio for the Cornhole Tourney, Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
WVU Heart and Vascular Institute offers world-class heart care close to home. Our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques, and that's why we're expanding our services to every corner of our region, so you don't have to travel far to receive the great specialty care you deserve close to home. Now accepting new patients at all locations in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Shepherdstown, Winchester, and at our newest office in Ranson. WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, world-class heart care close to home.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Jefferson High School as the two teams take center court for our opening tip-off, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Jefferson coming out in the white jerseys with the maroon numbers and maroon letters across the chest and maroon stripe down the side. Musselman in the green jerseys, green shorts, white letters, white numbers across the chest. And the tip is won by Musselman, but heads out of bounds, and it will be Jefferson basketball.
Probably should have just let that one go, right? Have no possession and just go back to a jump ball.
That's true. But it will be Jefferson with the basketball. Here's Tayshawn Roper. Swings it over to Gladney. Gladney dribble drives in, kicks it out. Roper will try a three. It's off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Mahood. Our first shot of the game brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. There, 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-5131. Here's Gordon on the attack. Drives into the lane. As it bounce off of a player and out of bounds, it will stay with the Applemen. 7.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. As things just getting started between Musselman and Jefferson. Wide open is White off the inbound pass. He swings to Gordon. Gordon traveled. It's a turnover for the Applemen. So a bit of a slow start for both teams on their first possessions. Shively inbounds it to Jenkins, who will bring it up. Jenkins comes off the Will Shively screen. Over to Wyatt Shively now in the corner. Out to Gladney on the left wing. Back now to Roper. Roper to Shively. Will Shively going up against Gordon. Sets a screen and a pick and pop from Jenkins. His three-pointer no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Will stay with the Cougars off of an Appleman.
So far, both teams really going with the up tempo, which is what you expect when Jefferson's involved, trying to keep that high-intensity pace.
Roper gets it into Wyatt Shively, who swings it to his brother Will. Jaden Gladney, three on the way, buckets. Nothing but net for Gladney from the right corner. And that gives Jefferson the early 3-0 lead. Here's Sheldon back the other way. Over to pass intended for White. It's taken away by the Cougars. Gladney, bounce pass down low to Jenkins. Left-handed layup is up and good. All of a sudden it's 5-0 Cougars with 6:38 to go in the opening quarter. Now here's Gordon. Now back to Gordon, Jason Gordon that is, and pass is high, intended for Mahood. Shively broke it up, it heads out of bounds. A foul called, actually, against Will Shively. Musselman will keep the possession just to the right side of the Jefferson bench. Here's Sheldon now in the backcourt, guarded tightly by Roper. Roper with a tough defense as Sheldon drives baseline, tries to find Mahood underneath, but it is taken away by Wyatt Shively. Here's Gladney in transition. Back to Will Shively. Pull up three-pointer on the way. Just off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Jason Gordon down low. And he finds Logan Shelton. So the Cougars have held the Applemen to no points here through the first 2 minutes. Sheldon has his shot blocked by Wyatt Shively. Gladney dribble drives in with the right hand. That shot is swatted away by Nathan White. Rebounded by Will Shively. Back out to Wyatt. Pass intended for Jenkins and knocked away by Gordon. Both teams getting tips all over the place here, Colin.
Yeah, and we saw last possession for Musselman. On the defensive end, though, for Jefferson, it was Roper really picking up the pressure, and he's not a guy that scores much, but that's why they have him in the starting five, is his defensive awareness.
Gladney catches. He'll try a three. He scores a bunch, but that shot is off the mark. No good. Wyatt Shively tips the rebound over to Jenkins, who tries a floater on the baseline. That's off the mark. White grabs the rebound for Musselman. He'll bring it across the half court. White to Matt Mahood. Mahood guarded by Will Shively. Pass intended for a teammate is taken away by Tayshawn Roper. Roper quickly, Gladney corner, back out, Jenkins, three-pointer on the way is short, no good. Rebounded by Jacob Gordon. Gordon now pushing in transition, 1-on-2 fast break. He'll be forced to slow it back down. Find Mahood, top of the key. That's Jason Gordon. Gordon dribbles it off his foot. Jenkins in transition. Jenkins' layup is no good. Rebounded by White. Sloppy play from both teams early on. Gordon down low to Mahood, left-handed layup up and good, and Musselman's on the board here at 4:40 to go in the first quarter. It's a 5-2 Jefferson lead. Mahood lost spin move the other way. He did lose the shoe, but he's down on the open court. Musselman back now with possession. Down low, Mahood layup up and good again. Back-to-back baskets for Mahood, and Coach Lewis will take a timeout. We will go ahead and take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 30.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Our first quarter is presented to you on TV 10 by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown. Ranson, proudly serving the area since 1880, along with CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA moving lives forward. And Colin, you noticed Will Shively a little bit shaken up.
Yeah, now he's behind the Gatorade coolers being looked at by the athletic trainer. It looks like he might have just had his lip busted open.
Well, we talk about it, physical games and these rivalries, and Shively, they're a victim of the physicality, but hopefully everything's all right there. Wide, Shively down low, pass underneath to Talley. Count the field goal, and he'll go to the line.
Actually, oh, no, it did count. I thought it missed for a half second.
So Talley was able to get into good position and then finish that layup. His free throw is up and good as well. So 8-4, Jefferson on top of Musselman. Gordon over to Mahood. Pass intercepted by Jenkins. Jenkins takes a few dribbles, goes up strong, does not draw the foul, but keeps the possession alive for the Cougars as the ball went out of bounds. Roper will inbound. Roper finds wide, Shively down low. His shot swatted away by Jacob Gordon. Nate White grabs the rebound. Signs now into the ball game. He finds Jason Gordon down low to Jacob. He'll drive baseline over to Jason now. Gordon trying to go to work against Gladney, but good defense. Mahood in the perimeter. Over to Signs. He thought about the triple. Now he'll drive in with the right hand and draw a foul. No shot. And it will be an inbound underneath for the Applemen, who trail 8-4 with 3:42 remaining in this opening quarter. Here at Jefferson High School between Musselman and Jefferson boys basketball. Mahood off the inbound. Shot goes in and out. No good. Applemen track down the rebound. White to the lane. Euro steps and up and good. Makes it a 2-point game at 8-6. White's on the board for the first time here tonight. Here's Gladney on the right wing. Back over to Roper. Roper to the corner. Jenkins. Jenkins back to Roper. Two-pointer on the way is no good. Rebounded by Jenkins, though. Jenkins kicks out. Talley tries a three, and it's nothing but net for Talley. That makes it 11-6. Cougars. 5 points for Talley quickly off the bench. Here's Jacob Gordon over to Jason Gordon. Now Mahood. Mahood drives baseline, goes up strong. Tough finish over Talley. And Mahood has 6 points to lead the Applemen. Jenkins back to Roper. Swing it to the corner. Gladney. Gladney step back. Long two on the way. Good. Beautiful move by Jaden Gladney. He has 5 points. The scoring has picked up, Colin, over these last few minutes.
Yes, it has, and Musselman's able to hang around after allowing Jefferson to start 5-0.
Mahood over to Signs. Signs to Gordon. Gordon swings the corner to his brother. Now back to Jason Gordon down low. His shot is blocked. Shively grabs the rebound. Ahead to Gladney. Gladney in transition. Spin move in the lane. Beautiful pass to Jenkins. A beautiful reverse layup, but he is fouled. His shot is no good.
Is that a no-look behind the back pass? It was being pulled out on us?
Jaden Gladney's pulled out some moves already tonight that have been very impressive. So Jenkins to the line for the Cougars, who lead it 13-8 over Musselman. Free throw up and good for Jenkins. He has 3 points. McLean checking in for the Applemen. Roper checks out for Jefferson. Johnson checking in. Both free throws up and good for Jenkins. Extends the lead to 15-8 Cougars. Pass down the court to Signs, and ball heads out of bounds. Musselman's just got to be a little bit, I think, smarter with the basketball, and that's the real difference of why it's a 7-point game, Colin.
Yeah, you can't be making those long passes and expecting your guy to be the faster one.
Over to McLean now on the wing, down low. Good pass underneath to Mahood, but it's off his knee. Back into the hands of Signs. Signs out to McLean, kicks it to Mahood, who tries a three-pointer, and he buries it. Matt Mahood has brought it like he has all season, keeps it at a 4-point game. Jenkins pull up three on the other end, no good, rebounded by Gordon. Signs will slow things down for Musselman. And some of it, Colin, is the way Jefferson forces you to speed up, and then you're going to make those little mistakes. Jason Gordon drives baseline. He throws it away. Another turnover for the Applemen. Johnson now in transition for the Cougars. And he lays it up with the scoop shot and gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
Looking like his brother out there from last year.
Well, it felt very weird to say Johnson in transition, because usually if it was Johnson in transition for Cam Johnson, you're getting a dunk. But with Kylan, he's a little bit smaller, but he's able to craft his way to the basket and get a very impressive scoop shot layup.
He's not there yet when it comes to putting it down and jamming it, but I think that time will come eventually. No need to worry, Jefferson.
Kylan Johnson's free throw is up and good to convert the three-point play. 18-11. Cougars lead the Applemen. McLean over to Signs. Signs drives in with the left hand. Kicks it back out to White. He'll try a three. It's an air ball. McLean tracks it down to keep the possession alive. Into the hands, though, of Johnson for Jefferson. Now it's tipped away by McLean. Over to Signs. Signs drives in. Shot is no good. Rebounded underneath by Gore. McLean rips it away. His shot is off the mark. You love the effort here from Musselman on this offensive possession, but haven't been able to convert. As with 49 seconds to go in the opening quarter, it's Appleman ball, down 7 at 18-11. Cougars get Fritz into the ball game. Signs. Finds Mahood on the inbound. He leaps up, makes the catch. Finds McLean now on the left wing. He'll drive in, floater on the way. No good, but he is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Gavin McLean has had some moments this year where you've seen some good stuff from him, but it's just like this team just seems to always be going like 300 miles an hour. And I think if they just slow things down a little bit, they could see a little bit more success.
Yeah, McLean was a starter at the beginning of the season as he made that first free throw.
McLean's second free throw is good as well. Both free throws good. Musselman hanging around at 18-13 with 39 seconds to go in the first quarter. Into Fritz. Fritz off the screen from Gore, thought about the three, now swings to Jenkins. Jenkins drives into the right hand, splits the defense, layup is up, no good. Fritz grabs the rebound, out to Gore. Gore tries a three, the freshman shot is off the mark. Will Shively comes flying in out of nowhere. Ball goes off of him, and we'll head back to Musselman, who can make it a one-possession game with 21.8 seconds to go before the end of the first quarter.
Good to see Will Shively back out there, though, after I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that he was out with the medical trainer because of a busted lip.
Good give and go for the Applemen, and McLean will head back to the line. So there's a set play, and it could work for two free throws, which at times it seems like Musselman gets out of its offense.
That's back-to-back possessions that McLean has drawn the foul and been able to go to the free throw line now for Musselman, trying to be the spark that the Applemen need.
And he knocks down the first, nothing but net on the free throw. Give him 3 points. Cut the lead down to 4 at 18-14 with 9.8 seconds to go. Second one rolls in for Gavin McLean, who has 4 quick points off the bench.
Gladney back in for Jefferson as well.
So Jefferson with the basketball here. Jenkins over to Johnson. Long three at the buzzer. It's just off the back of the rim. No good. And at the end of one, it's Jefferson 18, Musselman 15. We'll head to the second quarter. We're back in 60 seconds. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. It is 18-15. Jefferson leading Musselman here as we begin this second quarter. Signs has it off the inbound for the Applemen. He finds Kearns. Kearns back over to McLean. Off the Mahood screen. Pick and roll from Mahood. It's knocked away by Fritz. Johnson now lost control of it on his way to the basket, and it will be Musselman basketball. So the Cougars have gone a little deeper into the bench. And Isaiah Fritzen and Johnson has played a role all year, but we haven't seen a ton of Fritz, and we know what kind of athlete he is based on what we've seen in football. Down low here, Mahood powers his way up. Good defense, though, by Will Shively. Wyatt Shively snatches the rebound for the Cougars. Gladney now over to Will Shively. Cougars will slow things down. We begin this second quarter of play. Gladney running the offense for Jefferson. Over to Johnson. Johnson drives baseline. Over to Will Shively, or Wyatt Shively. Shively attacks. Flows up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Matt Mahood. Signs will bring it across for Musselman, who trails by 3 with 7 minutes to go before halftime. Off the Mahood screen. Has him in the high post. Good look for Kearns underneath, but the pass is high and out of bounds. And a turnover for the Applemen.
And that's just frustrating for Musselman because it was the right thing to do, right? They saw the double team up top, and then bang, bang, it was just a lack of execution, and the ball got thrown away.
So Jenkins back into the ball game. He'll bring it up for Jefferson, who leads by 3 early on. Wyatt Shively in the high post. Over to Jenkins. Jenkins off a screen. Gladney 3 on the way. Good. Jaden Gladney shooting the ball well early on. He's got 8 points. His second 3 of the first half. 21-15. Cougars on top. McLean over to Signs. Signs with the good ball fake. Down low to Mahood. That shot blocked by Wyatt Shively.
I already had Shively in for a potential nominee for rejection of the game. He's just adding to his list.
It seems like we've had a lot of solid blocks here tonight. As McLean grabs it on the inbound, finds White, who was wide open. Didn't really look at the basket, though. Had at least a lane, but McLean will try a 3. He's open. His shot is short. Gets his own rebound. McLean, shot again short. Mahood trying to battle for the rebound down low. Ball is loose. Somehow it ends up in Mahood's hands, but he stepped out of bounds on the baseline, and it will go back to Jefferson.
Great eyes by our official down there to be able to see that his foot was just barely on the out-of-bounds line.
Gordon along with Logan Shelton check in. That is Jacob Gordon for Musselman, as Jenkins will bring it up for the Cougars, who lead by 6 with under 6 minutes to play in the first half. Will Shively over to Jaden Gladney now. Now, top of the key, Wyatt Shively back to Fritz. Fritz drives him with the left hand. Scoop shot is up and good. Isaiah Fritz with his first 2 points of the ball game. Makes it 23-15 Cougars. White pressured in the backcourt. He'll break down the press. White going all the way. Shot is no good. Mahood, I believe, is going to be hit with the personal foul. And he will be. 23-15. That's the fourth team foul on Musselman. Both teams have 4 team fouls. That's the first on Matthew Mahood.
And just like how the first quarter started, the second quarter has started for Jefferson, a 5-0 run.
So the Cougars bring it across the timeline, leading 23-15. Over to Will Shively. Shively down on the block, kicks it out to Jenkins at the key, and a quick foul called. Maybe it's going to go on Logan Shelton. And it will. That is the 5th team foul on the Applemen. Fritz will inbound here from the sideline, gets it into Jenkins. Jenkins to Gladney. Off the Shively screen. Down low to Wyatt Shively. Shively post up, goes hard to the rim. Fritz skies in for the rebound. Out to Will Shively. 3 on the way, swish. That makes it 26-15, and Musselman will take a timeout with 4:55 to go before halftime. Applemen down 11 now. We will take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states. Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back here to Jefferson High School. The Cougars have built an 11-point lead at 26-15. And Colin, it's been an 8-0 run to begin this second quarter for Jefferson.
Yeah, and we were just talking to one another off the air. The differences have been, for Jefferson, a lot of offensive rebounds to get second opportunities like we just saw, to get it to Will Shively for that three-pointer. And then it kind of just seems like Musselman is all over the place. They haven't really become a cohesive unit, kind of just all around the floor. Nobody's really going to do what exactly they're supposed to.
So White will bring it across with under 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. And Musselman is scoreless this quarter, and that one knocked away by Gladney. Shively and Mahood kind of getting into it. Nothing called from the officials.
Maybe just a little verbal warning, unless they're about to change it, or are they just changing the location of the inbound?
No changes there. Shelton on the inbound finds Gordon. Down low to Mahood. His shot blocked by Will Shively. Jenkins pulls up, elbow J on the way, and that's off the mark. Rebounded by Gordon. Gordon finds Shelton. Pass down the court to Mahood. Mahood drives in, attacks the basket. No good. Rebound, no good as well, but then Jason Gordon follows and lays it up and in. And Musselman's on the board for the first time in this second quarter. Gordon with his first 2 points. A three from Shively right in the face of Mahood, and he drains the triple. Will Shively with quickly 6 points. Second quarter.
That's why they call him Captain Will. Putting the team on his back.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say that's why they call him Captain Kirk. And I was like, well, that's not his name.
That's not his name, and they don't call him that.
It would make
get the
sense,
student
though.
section behind him, right? Get them lively, get the crowd that is here into it.
Captain Cougar? I think that should be that's a better nickname than Captain Will.
We'll have to talk to Coach Lewis about that one.
I like Captain Cougar.
Captain Cougar.
It just flows a little bit better.
It does.
Signs. Inbound to Mahood. Mahood. Ball is tipped around. Now back to Signs. 29-17. Cougars on top. 3:44 to go before halftime. Jenkins rips it away. Jenkins in transition. Easy layup for him, and he knocks it down. There's now a 14-point lead for Jefferson over Musselman. Gordon finds a lane in the defense. Swings it to his brother. Now back down low to Jason Gordon. It's taken away by Will Shively. Shively pulls up another three. Oh! Will Shively with 3-3. The second quarter, he's up to 9 points. It's a 17-point lead for the Cougars.
That's what we've been waiting for. The senior stepping up now. Jefferson doubling up. Musselman 34-17. It's just the second gear that they're able to kick it into at any point they want.
Well, when they start making threes, because they get a ton of great looks, it's just, are those shots falling consistently? As Hartman will check into the ball game for Musselman. Shively checking out. Gore checks in. Ball tipped by Talley. But once they start making those shots, I mean, this team can play with anybody and can shoot the ball as good as anybody as well. Here's Gordon in transition, going up strong. Defense by Gladney was solid, but he did get him with the body, so Gordon will head to the line and shoot two.
A lot of tipped passes as well that have really helped Jefferson tonight.
It starts with the defense for Jefferson. You know, they have the ability to knock down threes and do a lot offensively, but it starts with their defensive effort, and tonight it's been really good. Free throw no good there from Gordon, as Musselman has been held to just 2 points in this second quarter, which has allowed Jefferson to take a 34-17 lead. Second free throw up and good from Gordon. Makes it 34-18 with just under 3 minutes to play before halftime. Dribble handoff with Jenkins. He'll try to get Talley underneath, extra pass. Three on the way. An air ball. Gore, though, tracks it down. Does keep it in, but it's right into the hands of Mahood. Mahood, nice bounce pass underneath to Hartman. He lost control of it on the way up. And now Jefferson takes back over. Vickers in the game for the Cougars. Gladney running the fast break for Jefferson, who leads it 34-18. Here's Vickers. Over to Jenkins. Three on the way from Jenkins. Money. Jefferson hitting three-pointers all over the place.
7 threes tonight.
Mahood the other way. He lays it up and in. His first 2 points of the second quarter. Jenkins slows it down, comes off the Talley screen, kicks out. Vickers to make it 8 threes. No good. Rebounded by Hartman. Hartman ahead to Gordon. Never really found him, ended up finding Mahood instead. And now a foul called. Our second quarter presented to you on TV 10 by Orsini's Home Store. Not just an appliance store any longer. They're located at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg, or online at Orsinis.com, along with the Skinner Law Firm. Injury and consumer rights lawyers, call 304-245-6613 or go to SkinnerFirm.com.
As I just said, Jefferson 7 threes. Musselman, only 1 from Mahood.
Gordon knocks down the first. Makes it a 37-21 game. With 1:49 to go before halftime, Gordon has 3 points. The second one is up and good as well. Santa Maria going to check in for the Applemen. Johnson bringing it across for Jefferson. Talley out there. He receives the pass. Now over to Wyatt Shively. Shively to join the three-point party. He can't knock it down. Vickers to try to get his name involved. His shot is off the mark. Rebounded, though, by Hartman, but it's taken away by Johnson. Gladney now. Gladney pulls up. Another three from him, and Jaden Gladney has his third triple of the first half. Him and Will Shively having a competition here tonight. Hartman brings it across for the Applemen. Good defense by Johnson. It's taken away by Vickers. Ahead to wide open Gladney. He'll lay it up and in. 42-22. Jefferson leads by 20 over Musselman with under a minute to play before halftime. Nate White to Mahood. Mahood in the corner. He'll drive baseline. His pass is into the hands of Santa Maria. Now Vickers takes it away. Vickers on the fast break. Lays it up and in. Jefferson now leads by 22 at 44-22. 34 seconds to go before the half. Musselman trying to find something to go into halftime with a positive. White is fouled in the backcourt. One positive is that Musselman now has 9 first-half fouls, but it seems like even the bench has been dominant tonight against Musselman.
Yes, it has. Jefferson spreading the wealth so far tonight. Obviously, it's been the starters that have stepped up already. 13 points from Gladney, 9 from Jenkins, and 9 from Will Shively. But you got Talion already, Fritzen as well, and Vickers too.
White to the line. His free throw on 1-and-1 attempt is good. Musselman has done a nice job of knocking down the opportunities they've gotten from the line. Just one miss so far.
And 8 made.
Just to head into halftime at 90%. White's free throw is no good. Still 80% is pretty good for a first half from the line, but still trail 44-23 with 22 seconds to go before halftime. Johnson trying to dribble out the clock and hold Jefferson for the final shot of the first half. 10 seconds. Johnson takes a wide Shively screen. Johnson drives into the lane, kicks it out. Vickers open 3 from the wing, no good. Rebounded by Santa Maria. He'll kick it ahead to Gordon, and Musselman does not get a shot off in time. And at the half, it is Jefferson 44, Musselman 23. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the halftime show. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. We're back in 2 minutes.
You've put up with your water long enough. It's time for Sunset Water Services, your local water solution since 1989, to fix your water problems. Get better tasting, better smelling, and better looking water today. Say hello to drinking your own delicious water for pennies per gallon. Say yes to healthier skin and hair and to softer and brighter clothes. Sunset Water Services delivers your bags of salt to you, so they'll save your back too. And our products come with a 1-year satisfaction guarantee. Call 304-754-9031 for a free water quality test today. SunsetWater.com.
Find that new Chevy truck or SUV you've been searching for right here at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg. With over 100 new Chevys in stock, you have options. We have the Silverados, Equinoxes, and more to meet your needs. And we are not selling over MSRP. Get power and fuel efficiency with the all-new Silverado 1500 LTD, space and savings on a new Equinox. And that's not all. Every new Chevrolet has a lifetime powertrain warranty. And did we mention we are not selling over MSRP? Find new roads at CMAChevroletofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
We welcome you in here to the Mansion Freddie Law Firm halftime show between Jefferson and Musselman. The Jefferson Cougars lead the Musselman Applemen 44-23 at the half. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Our halftime show is brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. We'll take a quick look back at our first half stats. Leading the way for the Jefferson Cougars, Jaden Gladney with his 13 points. Jenkins with 9 from Will Shively, 6 from Talley, 3 from Johnson, 2 from Fritz, and 2 from Vickers. And then on the Musselman side of things, it is 3 from Nate White, 4 from Gavin McLean, 1 from Jacob Gordon, 4 from Jason Gordon, and 11 from Matt Mahood. Colin, what kind of stood out to you about that first half?
Well, if you take away the free throws and the field goals from Jefferson, they still have a 1-point lead because they've made 8 3-pointers tonight, which is 24 points compared to Musselman's total of 23.
Well, a field goal is a shot from anywhere on the
Fair enough, 2-point field goal.
But
Thank you for correcting me.
But yeah, I get, because if you took those away, you'd have 0.
Now I sound stupid.
Yeah. I didn't want you.
You didn't have to make me sound stupid. I already sounded stupid on my own.
I was trying to clarify what you said, so then you would sound smarter, Colin.
Spencer's going to record that now.
Spencer would have said the same thing, I feel like. But we'll.
Sorry, Spencer. Love you. We'll hear from you in a few minutes.
We will on the other side of this 2-minute break. How about that? We'll hear from Spencer with some halftime scores. 6:25 to go before the start of the second half. We'll take a two-minute break, and then we will hear from Spencer Dupuis with the scoreboard show.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value Brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road. As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community. I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too. Welcome in to the Halftime Scoreboard Show, brought to you by Mountaineer Pub. Go to Mountaineer Pub to watch all the Mountaineer games. They've got all you want on Mid-Atlantic Parkway. Spencer Dupuis here. And don't have any other scores to report from around the EPAC, but a lot of games going on tonight. Washington at Spring Mills. That's in boys basketball. That's the other big game to keep an eye on. How much is Spring Mills going to see them as potentially the number 1 or 2 seed with Jefferson? But again, this one at the half, 44-23 in favor of Jefferson over Musselman. Other boys action is Martinsburg at Hampshire. On the girls' side, Hampshire is at Martinsburg. But that is it for kind of the EPAC hoops side. Just reporting on stuff that happened today that we cover on our station with being the Commanders Radio affiliate. They are seeking a fresh start after they have fired offensive coordinator Scott Turner, who signed a 3-year extension last offseason. He had been with Coach Ron Rivera for 7 seasons, including the last 3 in Washington. He coached under Rivera for parts of 4 seasons with the Panthers as well. But they're going to get a new offensive coordinator and obviously need a new quarterback as well. Let's take a look at some NBA scores right now. Only 3 games going on. At halftime, the 76ers are up on the Pistons, 65-43 with 6:12 left in the second quarter. Heat on top of the Thunder, 44-38. And the only other game going on right now with 6:45 left in the second. The Raptors are on top of the Hornets, 47-44. Other games going on tonight. At 9 p.m., the Cavaliers face off against the Jazz. At 10 p.m., has a slate of 2 games, Suns and Warriors on TNT. Then also at 10 p.m., Magic and Trailblazers and Blazers. And at 10:30, Mavericks and Clippers over in the NHL right now. 11:01 left in the second period. All tied up between the Kraken and the Sabres with 12:29 left to go in the second. Devils and Hurricanes are tied up at 1 with 11:29 left in the second. The Red Wings on top of the Jets 4-1. 12:59 left in the second. 2-1 Wild on top of the Rangers. Penguins and Canucks tied at 3 with 12:03 left in the second. And with 12:42 left in the second period, Lightning 2, Blue Jackets 1. End of the first period, it's a tied up between the Stars and the Lightning at 1. And the only other game going on right now, Flames and Blues. Blues in the lead 1-0 at 9 p.m. The Sharks and the Coyotes go at it. And at 9:30, Panthers and Avalanche go at it. That will do it for me back here in the studio. It's been the Mountaineer Pub halftime scoreboard report. We'll get you back out after a couple breaks here. We'll get you out of the Cougar cage for the start of the second half between Musselman and Jefferson.
This is a public service message from Bechtel Jewelers to Chocolates, brought to you by Diamonds. Dear Chocolates, you melt. As for us, Diamonds, we melt her. Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Face it, Chocolates. Yes, you're sweet. Yes, you can be hard to keep your hands off of. But if the idea is to melt her on Valentine's Day, that's what we do. She doesn't exactly fall all over herself when she sees you. Her eyes don't get all big when she sees it's a box of chocolates. She doesn't fall all over the man who hands her a box of chocolates. Am I right or am I right? But when she sees it's a little jewelry box with diamonds inside, does she get all worked up? Oh yeah. Do her eyes get big? Oh yeah. Does she start to melt right in front of the man who hands her that little box with diamonds inside? Oh yeah. Of course, all of this is said with great love. Signed, Diamonds. This public service announcement has been brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. Come see us because we melt her.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Spencer Dupuis back in the studio on camera tonight. Gerald Wright along with Braden Schaffner and Dylan Bishop. As we begin this third quarter, presented to you on TV 10 by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Along with Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. 44-23, the Jefferson Cougars lead the Musselman Applemen here at the half as we begin this third quarter. And it will be Jefferson basketball to begin the third quarter.
I'm ready for more of the Jefferson 3 party.
It's true. It's been 7 threes in that first half, Colin. So
8.
Oh, 8. So an exciting first half of basketball for the Cougars. See if they can continue that. Down low, though, Will Shively goes up strong, gets fouled. He'll head to the line, shoot 2. And that's the other way Jefferson can hurt you. They can hurt you down low as well.
Yep, as I mentioned during the pregame show, it's a pick your poison.
Shively's first free throw hits off the front of the rim. Awkward-looking shot for one of the better-looking shots in the EPAC. So not certain what happened on that one, but the second one looks good, and it's up and good. So Shively's in double digits at 10 points. Musselman having to break the press from Jefferson. Gordon back to Mahood. Skip pass down low, or over to Shelton. Now into Gordon. Gordon, good pass underneath. That shot, though, is blocked by Will Shively. Jacob Gordon's shot rejected. Jenkins somehow kept it alive, found Roper. Cougars go quickly in transition. Down low, Wyatt Shively goes to work and lays it up and in. His first 2 points for Wyatt Shively here tonight. And that makes it 47-23. Cougars still leading.
Kind of got a sibling rivalry going on for our rejection of the game right now.
The Shively brothers?
Yeah, 2 have stood out to me for both Shively brothers when it comes to rejection so far.
Here's a drive into the lane for Logan Shelton. He gets fouled, and he'll go to the line. My question is, and I don't know if you wrote this down or not, Colin, but were they both on the Gordon brothers? Because that would be...
I did not write that down.
Pretty cool. But I think the one that you're thinking about was the one on Mahood. And it's like a brother versus brother.
Yeah.
Throwdown here in the Cougar cage. Free throw no good there from Shelton. First trip to the line for Logan Shelton here tonight. Second one is no good as well. So the Applemen can't convert on the free throws. Jenkins off the Will Shively screen. Attacks the lane. Finds Gladney. He'll pull up. Free throw line jumper is good for Jaden Gladney. He's had himself a good night. 15 points to lead Jefferson. Ball heads out of bounds. The official stopped the clock as it kind of rolled into the cheerleaders. It will go back to Musselman now. Logan Shelton ahead to White. White on the attack. Shively there to defend, and White finds the layup. He has 5 points. Gladney off a Wyatt Shively screen. Gladney drives baseline, kicks it out. Will Shively, three on the way, just off the mark, no good. Wyatt Shively fights for the rebound. Here's a pass ahead to Gordon. Jacob Gordon, good pass underneath to Matt Mahood, who lays it up and in with the right hand. Mahood has 13, 49-27. Jefferson leads. Jenkins pulls up, shot off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by the Applemen. Pass now intercepted by Tayshawn Roper. Roper pushes to Jenkins. Jenkins, nice no look. Pass underneath to Wyatt Shively, who lays it up and in. 51. The Applemen with 5:40 to go in this third quarter. Mahood ahead, back to Mahood. Good bounce pass underneath. Jacob Gordon, extra pass down low to Jason. Jason Gordon, though, lost control of it. It's picked up by Gladney. Gladney in transition. Slows it down for Jefferson. Jenkins now attacks the basket. Layup up with the right hand, and it is good. Jenkins extends the lead to 53-27. He now is in double figures at 11 points. It's going to be a foul here against the Cougars. 2 subs coming on for the Applemen as well, with Kearns and McLean. Gordon checks out along with Sheldon.
And it was Roper picking up that foul for Jefferson.
And we got a timeout on our score. Jefferson 53, Musselman 27. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 30. Back to Jefferson High School. Jefferson leading Musselman in boys basketball 53-27. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Colin, kind of an up and down third quarter for Musselman as Jefferson continues to extend this lead.
Yeah, Musselman was starting off pretty solid here in this third quarter, but again, Jefferson just able to take over and really push the pace and control this one for a majority of the game.
Reminds me a lot as Musselman has this possession into Kearns. Down low to Mahood. Mahood goes up strong. The layup is up and good. It's all good in Mahood as he lays it up and in.
Maybe he's got 15 now.
And a foul on a three-pointer. Will Shively knock down the triple. And he'll have a chance at the rare 4-point play. (29) Cougars lead the Applemen. Shively with the 4-point play opportunity. It is good. 57-29. Jefferson leading. Well, I was going to say earlier, this reminds me a lot of that Greenbrier East game. Jenkins takes it away. Jenkins' layup is up, ain't good. Jefferson just forcing turnover after turnover, it seems. Another one here. Jaden Gladney's shot, though, blocked by White. A foul is called. In that Greenbrier East game that we were there for, Musselman was in it in the first quarter, and then Greenbrier East really pulled away. They're going to get White with the foul. That is his second personal. Gladney to the line to shoot a pair.
And that was back-to-back steals on back-to-back possessions for Jefferson, a team averaging 8.6 steals per game. Feels like they've had a lot more tonight.
Gladney hits the front of the rim on the first one. Santa Maria checks back in. Kearns will check out. Roper checking out for the Cougars, with Johnson coming into the game. Gladney's free throw, the second one, rolls in and out. So a rare 0 for 2 from the line for Jaden Gladney. And White will bring it across the timeline for the Applemen. That one nearly taken away by Johnson. Down low, Mahood. Mahood lays it up and in. 17 here for Mahood. Now Wyatt Shively, top of the key, over Johnson, 3 on the way, good! Kylan Johnson now has 6 points. It's a 31-point lead for the Cougars at 62-31. White across half court, guarded closely by Johnson. Pass is taken away. Jenkins just throws it ahead. Johnson can't quite track it down. McLean got a piece of it. It heads out of bounds. It will go to the Applemen as Johnson touched it last. Into McLean. Jefferson keeps the pressure. White has done a solid job bringing it across, but this is where Jefferson gets you in the half-court trap. Santa Maria to the rack, and the freshman is on the board with that layup. His first 2 points. Here's a 3 on the corner from Will Shively. Shot no good. Tipped around by Wyatt Shively. Finally, Mahood picks it up, but Jenkins takes it away, and Jenkins lays it up and in. Cougars just pouring it on in this third quarter, 64-33. McLean trying to break down the defense. Good drive to the rim for Gavin McLean. He has 6 points. Johnson back the other way.
That's his first field goal. The other 4 points were all free throws.
Gladney, a 1-3, bingo! Jaden Gladney makes it 67-35, Jefferson. Gladney with the long triple from the key.
They just can't miss tonight.
This is Jefferson really at its peak offensively and defensively and what they can do to teams. They put the pressure on you not only on this end, but with how they're able to shoot the ball on the other end.
Could we see him hit triple digits tonight? Already at 67 points with 2.5 to go in the third. It's a possibility.
Definitely is, and I'm sure Coach Lewis will be happy to be able to get his guys some rest in this fourth quarter for the starters. As you see Jenkins and Shively check out. Something they haven't really been able to do in a while because they've been playing a lot of close games. Fritz over to Johnson. It's always good, too, to get different guys some looks because you're going to need them throughout the course of a season, whether it be injuries or whatever the case may be. Gladney, another 3, just off the mark. But ripped away by Wyatt Shively. His shot no good. Talley no good. Shively still fighting on the glass. Talley again. They're playing catch underneath between Talley and Shively, and none of the shots were good. Ball rolls out of bounds, and it will be Cougar possession.
I think they just wanted to get their rebounds up, pad the stats a little bit there.
Never hurts. Down low to Wyatt Shively. This time he'll go to work. Draw tight coverage from Santa Maria. Shot is wild, no good. Mahood grabs the rebound and a foul called. Gore getting ready to check in for Jefferson. Our score, Cougars 67, Applemen 35. Shively checks out. That's Wyatt Shively. Gore checking back in. So Gladney, the only starter on the floor for the Cougars with 1:52 to go in the third quarter. Signs bringing it up the court for Musselman. A foul called on Talley. That's his third. Gives the possession to Musselman. Ball lost by the Applemen, picked up by Talley. Now ahead to Johnson. Johnson tried to pass it to Gladney, but couldn't control it when he transitioned from his left hand to his right hand to throw the ball down the court. And it's a turnover for Jefferson. Down low, Mahood going to work. He lost control of it. Players all over the floor. Talley comes away with it for the Cougars. Bounce pass ahead to Fritz. Extra pass down low to Jaden Gladney, who lays it up and in.
I think that went in between the legs of McLean.
It may have. Not exactly how I think Fritz wanted that pass to go, but the Cougars leading 69-35. Under a minute to play. The double team comes from Gore. Pass underneath. Santa Maria. He is fouled by Talley. That's number 4 on the big man with 53 seconds to go.
Yeah, Talley not happy. Thought he went straight up, but you could see as soon as he jumped up, he brought that arm down.
I think he might have just hit the ref with a, come on, man.
Huh? I mean, that's an obvious foul.
It was, yeah.
He had no argument there, unfortunately for him.
Been a good performance from Talley off the bench. Santa Maria knocks down the free throw. 3 points for the freshman so far tonight. Gordon checks out. Kearns checks in. Vickers into the game for the Cougars. Second free throw from Santa Maria is a swish. So he knocks them both down. He has 4 points. 69-37, Jefferson on top. Johnson turns it over. Santa Maria comes away with it. Ahead to Kearns, down low to Gordon. Gordon going to work against Talley, and Gordon lays it up and in. Tough night for Jason Gordon. 6 points, but usually a guy that can get you double figures. Pass is tipped away by Mahood. Johnson over to Vickers. 3 on the way. Good! Ty Vickers adds to the 3-point scoring for the Cougars, who lead at 72-39.
I'm used to him getting triples in baseball, not in basketball. Adding to the big night beyond the arc for the Cougars.
5 points for Vickers. Foul there on Johnson, his first. 9.5 seconds to go before the start of the fourth period. Into Santa Maria, turnover there, heads to Gore. Gore to Vickers. It's tipped into the hands of Signs. Signs will launch at half court at the buzzer. Shot is no good, and we'll head to the fourth period with Jefferson on top of Musselman at 72-39. We'll take a 60-second break. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
3.4 points per game, so most likely going to hit over that tonight. And the Cougars are one of the top teams in the EPAC, and they're making it known yet again here so far.
Jefferson takes it off the Musselman here off the inbound, I should say. Our fourth quarter presented to you on TV 10 by Parsons Ford, 1400 Shepherdstown Road, and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons, along with WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Colin, did you see who made that shot?
Yes, Moses Talley did.
So Talley adds to his night. with 8 points. 74-39, Jefferson on top of Musselman. Signs, drives in. He is fouled. He'll go to the line. That might be on Tally, if it is, it's his 5th.
Nah, he was behind the play. Yeah, I saw him pound the ball. It looked like in frustration to make it kind of look like it was him picking up the foul, but it was actually Vickers with his second.
So the second on Ty. And Musselman inbounds it. Kearns, floater from the elbow is no good. Rebounded by Fritz. Great rebound by Isaiah Fritz, who finds Tally. Tally ahead to Johnson. Over to Tally, now back to Fritz. Fritz into the corner. Vickers tries another three. Vickers' shot is no good. Rebounded underneath by Gore. And a jump ball called on the baseline. It will go to the Cougars.
Gore was trying to get it to Fritz. He was wide open at the free throw line.
Vickers off the screen from Tally. Another three and Ty. Vickers knocks down the triple from the corner. It's 77-39, Jefferson. The 13th three of the ball game for the Cougars.
Where's Ty Vickers come from? A guy averaging 1.8 points per game, now has 8.
I mean, this team has, it's a lot of talent. Santa Maria converts the layup underneath. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line as well. And it's tough to really get on the floor on Jefferson's squad. I mean, I'd say this second unit is really solid as the free throws up and good from Santa Maria. And you see some of these guys start on other teams in the EPAC or at least get more playing time. Vickers a good shooter. We've seen what Tally can do. Fritz a really solid athlete. Gore's a freshman. He tries a three. It's an air ball.
And Tally picks up his 5th.
So Tally fouls that at 77-43. And Jefferson will go to the bench. Bring on Wesley J. Luke Swisher into the game. Apologize for that. Misread the jersey number there. So a free throw no good from Kearns, and Swisher grabs the rebound. Johnson, no look over to Gore. Gore, the freshman, drives in, down low to Swisher. He'll take the power dribble up. He'll get fouled, go to the line. 6 minutes to go. Jefferson going into the bench. Kearns picks up his first. Reese Hickey into the game. Fan favorite, apparently.
Yeah, it was hearing in between quarters from down below the chant of "We want Reese," and Coach Lewis is delivering.
So Hickey in the game, shot no good on the free throw, but I think he might have had a lane violation.
Either a lane violation or it might actually be a foul.
Oh, no, just a foul. Just a regular foul. I don't.
Yep, it was Gore picking up the foul.
I thought that we had only seen one free throw, so I was confused there for a second. But we're on the 1-and-1 here. Santa Maria to the line. He will shoot it. Jefferson would like to cut down on these fouls, especially with the big lead here in the fourth quarter. And the free throw up, no good by Santa Maria. Johnson fighting for the rebound. Fritz tips it. Here's a three on the way for the Applemen. That's no good. A rebound secured, but a travel is going to be called against Swisher as he went straight to the ground without contact. So that is a travel with under 6 minutes to play. 78-42. Jefferson in the lead. Hartman inbounding for the Applemen. Hartman kicks to the corner. A three on the way. Good. Lampley with the triple. He's in the scoring column here tonight.
Maybe just found his spot and made Jefferson pay.
Johnson tries baseline and another foul call. So Johnson to the line to shoot a pair.
And that's what you kind of expect to see now with more of the bench players coming into the game on both sides. Going to see some more fouls and a little bit of sloppiness on both ends.
Johnson's free throw up and good. Both of them, I should say, are up and good. So 80-45 our score. Jefferson leading. Here's the Applemen on the fast break. Now slow it down. Jarrett into the game. A three-pointer from Kearns is no good. Johnson grabs the rebound. He'll go up strong with the left hand, and Johnson finishes. Seen some good stuff from Johnson here tonight.
Yep, the fourth Jefferson Cougar in double figures.
Jarrett goes behind the back, brings the ball across midcourt. Johnson gets another steal. Johnson, though, lost control on his way up. Isaiah Fritz goes up, grabs the rim. I knew he had bounce, but that's impressive.
Yeah, as another fan favorite checking in, it's Wallace for Jefferson.
You got to respect the fan favorite. As a former fan favorite.
Both of us. Right? No?
I don't
Just
know.
You? I don't know if I was a fan favorite.
Do they cheer when the kicker comes on the field? Only if he makes a game winner.
Never was put in that scenario.
Unfortunately. There's a lot of guys getting playing time here for Jefferson with under 5 minutes to go.
Yep, Jay checking in now.
Yeah, Jay going to come on. Johnson's out, so Cougars with young guys coming in. There's an inbound taken away by the Cougars. Wallace with it. Wallace to the rim. Good move, but shot no good. Hartman grabs the rebound for the Applemen. Pass by Lampley, intended for Hartman and out of play. It will go back to the Cougars.
A lot of turnovers from Musselman tonight.
Yeah, be interested to see the exact number on that. Jefferson's pressures has been so tough. Cougars trying to burn some clock and get some good shots here in this fourth quarter. Into the corner. Three on the way is no good. Rebounded by Jefferson. Wallace over to Gore. Gore attacks, goes up strong. He gets fouled.
No, they call him the travel.
No, travel, yeah.
Yeah, he took 3 steps.
So turnover for the Cougars. 82-45 our score. 4 minutes to go. Hartman on the attack. Over to Lampley. Kearns down low to Jarrett. He'll pop from the short porch, and it's no good. Rebound underneath by Hartman. Kearns now drives in. Goes up strong. Wallace comes away with the block. And Wallace will dunk it after the whistle.
Surprised no technical.
Yeah, honestly.
That's something you got to be careful with, right?
I thought there was going to maybe be one, but the officials don't tee it up.
And I don't know exactly what they called. Looks like it was a foul maybe against Musselman behind the play.
The Applemen, but
against Lampley?
Lampley already had a personal foul, so
I don't know.
Not certain there. Wallace over to Vickers. Now back to Swisher, and he traveled as things continue to get sloppy here late in the ball game with Jefferson well in control at 82-45. 3:25 to go in this fourth quarter. Lampley brings it across half court. Over to Hartman. Hartman finds Lampley. He'll try another three. And Lampley's got 2 of them, so showing the ability to knock down some shots here late in the ball game from Lampley. 6 points. Vickers Down low. Over to Hickey. Now back to Wallace. Vickers now. Step back three. Short. And it will head out of bounds, be Musselman possession. Lampley with the basketball. Over to Kearns, now back to Lampley. Hartman catches. Jefferson sitting in a zone defense. Ball tipped by Wallace. Kearns can't handle it. And it heads out of bounds, will be Jefferson ball.
Another tip pass, though, for Jefferson to lead to that turnover.
Yeah, the defense has continued with its intensity from the second unit, or maybe at this point even some third unit. But when you get that production from all the guys on the squad, I mean, you like to see that, Colin.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see in this, right? Garbage time, getting minutes for the backups. You want to have a positive moment in that game to really stick out to your coach, maybe get more minutes down the line.
Baden Hartman knocks down a three. His first points of the game, now a three on the other end, is no good. Lampley back the other way. He tries another three, and Lampley with 3 threes in the fourth quarter. Maybe we'll see more playing time from him in the future, Colin.
I think we should. 9 points right now.
Like that, 9 points here in the fourth. Hickey over to Wallace. He'll drive in. Take it over. Excuse me, now Wallace has possession. He'll try a three. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kearns. Hartman now attacks baseline. Reverse layup, no good. Rebounded underneath by Wallace. 82-54. Jefferson on top, under a minute to play. Wallace going coast to coast and lays it up and in. Another turnover there. Wallace takes it away. Wallace will go up and lay it up and in.
Thought he was going to go for the dunk that time.
I did too.
I was ready for it.
I was anticipating it, but I didn't get it. Three on the way, no good. Rebounded by the Cougars. Hickey with the basketball. Will slow things down, and Jefferson will try to hold it for these final 20 seconds. And it looks like they will.
Yeah, the fans in the bench trying to tell them, take a shot, but Coach Lewis calling off the Cougars. Big win tonight. Well-deserved.
86-54, final 5 seconds of the ball game. Hickey dribbles it out, and Jefferson gets the win over Musselman here tonight. 86-54. Colin, as we wait for Dylan Bishop to be joined by the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, Richard Lewis, what are your quick thoughts on this one?
I mean, we got to see that three-party. Jefferson dominant tonight and really making it known, answering the question in our minds, is this still the top team in the EPAC? And right now I feel like a lot of people that got to watch this game leaning more towards yes than no, even though the record for Jefferson now 5-3. I think this is still the team to beat in the Eastern Panhandle. An impressive win for the Cougars again at home, Nick.
All right, let's send it down to Dylan Bishop with head coach Richard Lewis.
All right, down here with Coach Lewis. Coach, 86 points for your team tonight. Had a lot of three-point shots go in. What do you think was the difference for your team to be able to put up so many points on the board?
We missed some shots early. We kind of settled down and got into a flow offensively. I think that was the key. And then defensively, we stepped it up a little bit. Start putting a little pressure on the ball, and then got some turnovers, got some easy baskets, and then got things going a little bit offensively.
What do you want your team to take away from this game going through the rest of the season?
We had a tough game last Friday night, so kind of continue with the intensity. I think our level was high today. Kind of want to piggyback off of that. The last two games, I think we came out with a big spark.
All right, Coach Lewis, thank you very much. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Thank you, Dylan. And we will now take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the post-game show. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball On Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for Dollar Wings and Monday Night Football, Thursdays on the patio for the Cornhole Tourney, Friday Night Lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for Steak Night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349, and that's 304-579-7349, or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Jefferson High School as we begin the post-game show, brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Jefferson gets the win over Musselman, 86-54. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin, here on the post-game show. And Colin, what are your kind of takeaways from this one as Musselman? I mean, you talked about it earlier, but I guess on the Musselman side, you talked about what this means for Jefferson, but what do you think for Musselman?
Musselman still played well, even though they got blown out against Jefferson tonight. I mean, 54 points, a team that averages 50.4 points per game, so not a bad night for them, but going up against Jefferson, it was just too much for the Applemen to handle.
Yeah, and we'll now get into our post-game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer located on Route 11 South Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. Colin, do you have them totaled up over there? And
yes, I do. Right now I'm missing a point, though, for Jefferson, so whenever I'm reading it out, if you see a free throw that maybe I missed, you can just say it out and we'll go from there. But starting with Jefferson leading the way, I had Gladney with 20 points for the Cougars. It was Jenkins with 15 points. Will Shively had 14 points, and Johnson had 10. Those are all your double-figure scores in single digits. It was Talley I had with 8 points. Vickers also with 8 points, 2, and then it was Wallace and Wyatt Shively with 4 points each, and rounding it out was Isaiah Fritz with 2 points. So that totaled up 85. They had 86, so I don't know if you see one that maybe I was missing or not.
Let's see here. Will Shively with, you said 15 for Shively? Or
Will Shively, I had 14, so if you have him at 15,
he had
that's the missing
4-point play. No, I do have him at 14, I'm sorry. So I'm not certain where you
I don't know, we'll figure it out.
They
keep the stats on Max Prep, so we'll get it updated for
yeah,
everybody tomorrow.
Other than that, I have the exact same thing you do. So
Musselman, though, I do have correct. You want me to get to that?
Go ahead and jump into the Applemen.
Mahood, 17 points tonight. Great night for him, unfortunately, on the losing side of things. Lampley, though, a 9-point night from him off the bench. All 3 3-pointers coming in that final quarter for Lampley, getting him as the second leading scorer for the Applemen. Santa Maria with 7 points. The Gordon brother, it was Jason Gordon with 6 points. McLean also had 6. White had 5 points. Hartman had the 3. And it was the other Gordon brother, Jacob Gordon, with 1 point.
Okay, so those were your game stats. Let's get into our awards portion of the post-game show. Colin, we will start with the moment of the game, brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. What was your moment of the game?
My moment of the game, I think I have to go with Lampley in the fourth quarter, even though it was on the losing side and in garbage time for him. It matters, obviously, right? It's the time that he gets to be in and try to shine and make his name known for the future of Musselman, and to go get 9 points in the fourth quarter, making 3 3-pointers, I think was a pretty cool moment for him. And even though it's a loss for Musselman, still something that I think he can be happy about tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I like shouting out the Applemen, shouting out the young player having a good fourth quarter. I thought you were going to go with just that entire third quarter for Jefferson, or maybe even the second quarter where they really pulled away. Will Shively hit those 3 threes in a row was a good moment.
That was a good moment as well. So,
I like what Lampley did, though, in the fourth quarter, and give the Applemen a little shout-out here tonight for their efforts as well. But then over to our rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body on 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Seems like we had a ton of these here tonight.
We did. It was Jacob Gordon really starting it off on the Musselman side for rejections. And then the Shively brothers duked it out. Wyatt Shively kind of in the middle had 2 really big blocks, but I think I'm going to go with Will Shively getting today's rejection of the game.
I see now. You changed your moment because you can't give Will Shively too many awards.
Exactly.
For Captain Cougar.
Yeah, Captain Cougar gets the
and
rejection.
We're hammering that as the new nickname.
I'm all for it. You and I together will make it a Eastern Panhandle-wide nickname, that it's no longer Captain Will, it's Captain Cougar.
I like it. All right, and then finally, Colin, our player of the game, brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. It's a tough choice.
I'm going with Jaden Gladney tonight. Guy that averages 15.9 points per game. He had 20 points, had a lot of steals, some rebounds down below as well, and then to go with that 20 points, 4 3-pointers on the night of a lot of 3-pointers for Jefferson. I believe it was 13, maybe 14 in total. I'd have to double check here quickly.
Yeah, Gladney had a big night. And you're not going to believe me when I say this, Colin, because I didn't say it on the pregame show, but I actually thought that he would have a big night tonight. But
13 threes.
I never said that he was going to have a big night, so you won't believe me that I thought that. But in my head, I was like, Jaden Gladney.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt this time, but next time around you have to make it known.
Yeah, I understand that, and that's fair. That's how I kind of expect things to be around here. But we wrap things up here on the post-game show. Once again, your final score, Jefferson, 86, Musselman, 54. For Spencer Dupuy back in the studio, who you will hear from in just a little bit, Braden Schaffner, along with Gerald Wright and Dylan Bishop. Colin McLaughlin, my color commentator here tonight. I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long here from Jefferson High School, and we are back again tomorrow with the Sports Mix at noon, and then on Thursday with more high school basketball, and Friday as well, as it's a Hedgesville-Martinsburg girls game on Thursday, and then Friday, Hedgesville-Martinsburg boys game. So the biggest rivalry in EPAC basketball, we will have back-to-back nights, so looking forward to that. But send it back to Spencer in the studio with more after this break.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back and forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Welcome in to the post-game scoreboard show. Sorry about that for people watching on TV 10. The camera decided to move itself here with this robotic cam that we've got in here. The post-game scoreboard show is brought to you by the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to FMIWV.com. The final in this one, Jefferson all over Musselman, 86-54. The Cougars get a big bounce-back win after a loss to St. Marie Goretti last Friday night. And Musselman falls the night after. They got a 61-31 victory over Broad Fording last night. Last check, I'm trying to get the Spring Mill score. Have not been able to see it. I know that the game, though, has concluded. But I do not have a score for that. Let me double-check here if it was put in to the Max Prep system, but don't believe I have a score for that yet. I know at the half, it was at the half, Martinsburg on top of Hampshire in boys action, 32-20. Do not have a final for that one yet. Am in the process of trying to receive those final scores, but do not have them yet. Do not have a score from that Spring Mills Washington game. If there is one, you can put it in the comments on the YouTube, and we'll get it out to the rest of the people listening on radio. But we'll get into some more things tonight. Again, the Washington Commanders, they fired offensive coordinator Scott Turner on Tuesday after yet another disappointing season offensively, where they ranked near the bottom of the league in all statistical categories. Turner signed a 3-year extension in March. He's been coaching with Rivera for 7 years, including the past 3 right in this area in Washington. He coached under Rivera for parts of 4 seasons with the Panthers as well. Third consecutive season where they have not ranked well offensive statistics. They'll be looking for a new OC this offseason, along with a quarterback and more offensive linemen. We'll get into some NBA scores right now. With 6:40 left in the fourth quarter, the 76ers on top of the Pistons, 127-99. With 5:34 left in the third. A close game here between the Thunder and the Heat. Heat on top 77-75 with 2:44 last checked in the third. A close game as well. Raptors on top of the Hornets by 2, 90-89. And then games getting ready to tip off momentarily. Cavs at Jazz. And 10 p.m. on TNT, Suns and Warriors, which Steph Curry will be back in the lineup for the Warriors. Also at 10 p.m., Magic and the Trailblazers do battle. And at 10:30 to round out the night, the Mavericks and the Clippers are going to do battle. We'll look at some NHL scores right now. With 12:59 left in the third period, the Kraken are on top of the Sabres 4-2. With 16:20 left in the third, it's once again a tie. The Devils and the Hurricanes tied at 3 apiece. 18:08 left in the third. The Red Wings on top of the Jets 6-4. 16:56 left in the third, all knotted up at 2 between the Wild and the Rangers. with 13:36 left in the third. The Penguins on top 5-3 over the Canucks with 14:23 in the third, 3-2. The Lightning on top of the Blue Jackets. The end of the second period, Stars and Islanders tied up at 1. 17:19 left in the second. Flames on top of the Blues 3-1 with 19:27 left in the first. It is scoreless between the Sharks and the Coyotes. Getting underway at 9:30 is the Panthers and the Avalanche on ESPN Plus's Hockey Night. That will round out for the time being of us right here tonight on the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Company post-game and one scoreboard show. When it comes to your home auto farmer business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to fmiwv.com. We'll be back with some EPAC hoops action Thursday. Girls hoops between Hedgesville and Martinsburg. That's a 7:30-ish tip, 7 p.m. pregame. And then as Nick mentioned as well, Friday night hoops. EPAC boys action between Hedgesville and Martinsburg, one of the oldest rivalries in the EPAC. We'll have that for you 7:30 and 7 p.m. Do not have any other scores from tonight, but according to Xavier Kirk, he's thanks to Xavier Kirk on YouTube, he's telling me that Martinsburg and Hampshire tied at 49 and went into overtime. Shout out to Hedgesville's Xavier Kirk for the score update in that one. Did not see that coming after the halftime score. But tune in to Sports Mix tomorrow live from 12 to 1, and we'll get you set with all these scores. We'll preview that night's action. We'll look back. We'll get our analysis from this as well as preview what else is left to go in the week. But that will do it here from the Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 studios. For Gerald Wright, Dylan Bishop, Braden Schaffner, Colin McLaughlin, Nick Verzolini, I'm Spencer Dupuis, saying good night, everyone. Have a great rest of your night, and be sure to tune into the Sports Mix tomorrow, live from 12 to 1.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.